Good morning, everybody, and I hope all of you are well. And today I am going to discuss about a matter that means how to speak English. Hi guys, hi viewer. You know that for the present time, so important for every educated people to know that how to speak English and so much importance and this is so important because of having the usings of all kinds of sections because we know that English is one kinds of language which is used all the section of our activities of maybe your business sides, maybe your professional life, maybe your any kinds of position. You have to learn this language. You have to know the use of this language. If you don't know that using of this language, so this is most problem for you, and so it is a one kinds of barrier to develop your skills and to develop your performance, to develop your professional life. So that is why you needs to know that how to learn spoken is most important point. This is so, and I would like to tell everybody, but why we can't speak this language, why we can't be fluent, and what is the problem, where is the problems, and at first we need to know that explore the problem. Explorations is most important and for us, and but I think that nobody explore the how many problems we have in our lives, and how many problems we are experiencing every steps of our lives, every field of our lives, and that is why we cannot grow our business. That is why we cannot elevate our any social platform. That is why we cannot promote our business procedure, and so um, this is the problems always attacked us, and so we need to know that how to remove these problems from our skills. That if we able to remove these problems at the times, we will be expert, we will be perfect for this language. So, and many of us thinks that very difficult for them to learn this language because of not having the practice in our practical lives, and practice is so much important, and most of the people's things that very difficult, and several reasons for not being expert for this language. Um, that means getting scared. So that means be afraid, and that means be shame, and these are so obstacle for not learning this language, and these are so a barrier of our lives, and always we have to recover all kinds of these problems from our lives when we able to remove all kinds of problems such as be shame, be unexpert, and be scared, and be afraid, and so much obstacle, so much barrier for not being expert, and so always we have to think that how to remove, how to recover every problem from our lives. Then we will become expert, then we will become efficient, then we will become eligible for this language, and there will not have any kinds of problem in our lives. Always we will be expert for this language. So this is a This is a guide which is most important for every people, which is most important for every learner, which is most important for every reader. And if we want to be fluent in this language, so we have to select several procedure. We have to take several necessary steps in our practical life so that we can do something, so that we can be faster in this language, so that we can very eligible for this language, and there will not have any problems if we are able to take several necessary steps in our practical lives to improve our career, to improve our skills, to improve our everything. And when we are able to take the necessary steps and implement step by step every procedure in our practical lives, so we will be expert for this language, and there will not have any kinds of problems for obstacles, for barrier of our lives, and always everything is must clear for our skill, for our career. And that is why we need to take the several steps by defending the several steps by defending the proper guideline, by defending the most popular method is possible to uh, be expert, is possible to is possible to done everything by implementing every procedure in our lives and taking the all kinds of procedure, and very easy. This is why. And and always we need to think that what kinds of problem I have in my lives, and what kinds of problems always we are experiencing in our practical life, and what kinds of problem we are experiencing in our professional life. That means about learning English. And some people don't doesn't think for the for any time that how to improve this language, and what are the problems always we are experiencing in our practical lives, and what are the obstacles we are experiencing in our professional lives. And by not having proper guidelines about learning English, and by not having the proper procedure about learning this language. And this is the most important problem. We cannot learn this language by not having the proper guideline. We cannot implement every guideline, every procedure in our practical life. That is the most important. And we should always explore, we should always inventory how many problems we have in our lives. And if we don't mention, if we don't notice so many problems about so many problems in our lives, and always it is one kinds of problems cannot give you, will not give you to improve your life, will not give you to learn this language smoothly, will not give you to do some things for your future, will not give you to make a good kinds of professional business by using the online platform, by using the best technology, by using the updating technology. And you must have a proper idea about the updating technology, and always you have to convince your business consumer, always you have to convince your business persons who are related, who are included to your business. And always you need to hold the meeting. And by holding meetings very easy, this is for you to take the right decision, to bring the proper decision for making everything so easy, for making everything so perfect. And that is why you need to know at first how to spoke how to speak in English, how to learn this language, and how to write this language properly without without making mistakes on the writing, without making mistakes in your spoken is most important. And so this is why we need to know, learn about this all the procedure, and this language is must be based on the United Kingdom if you want to make a business with the United persons. So that is why you need to know the mention the most prepositions, most pronunciations to the United persons, their pronunciations. So highlight and their pronunciations so difficult for us and we cannot understand easily, and their pronunciation of the language, and when they are talking, when they are spoken, when their conversations with you, and at the time you must understand their language within shortly and very smoothly. If you don't understand their pronunciation of their language, so this is very difficult for you to convince you about your business. This is very difficult for you to make a business with them. So that is why you needs to know that how to talk and how to write and how to listening everything very easily, no problems, and that is why. And always you have to be faster on this language. So always you have to convince about everything on your business, and how you will learn this language, how you can learn this language, how you should learn this language, and you know that there are several so easiest procedure, easiest method for learning this language. If you want to learn this language, at first you have to select your decision. At first you have to select your procedure. At first you have to select your necessary steps, that means, and what steps you have to learn firstly, what steps you have to learn secondly, what steps you have to learn thirdly, what steps you have to learn fourthly, and day by day, step by step, you have to learn, you have to practice to follow your necessary step, to follow your guidelines, and to follow your proper procedure is a one kind of precondition to learn this language. So otherwise you cannot be fluent, otherwise you cannot able to, you will not be able to learn this language properly. You will not able to write any kinds of content by depending on your business procedure, not for if not having if not have any idea about how to write this language without making mistakes. That is why you should practice every time, and you should practice every procedures in your practical lives. And I and let me finish this video. And I have because of having some works, and I need to do the works, and within 1 hour, that means about my some preparations and some necessary work that is done by me, and that will done by me. So always, and if you and want to tell you, don't be worried, don't be scared, don't be shame, and don't be anxiety, and don't be frustration, don't be disappointed for not learning this language. And maybe you think it that I cannot learn this language, so the frustrations may come to your lives, may feel your life. So I always give you some instruction that is not to be frustration, that is not to be that is not to be scared, that is not to be afraid, that is not to be shamed when you will have it to all kinds these problems from your skill, then you will be able to very expert for this language, and there will not have any kinds of problem for your career, for your professional life, for your practical life. For making any kinds of business is most easy for you, and any there will not have any kinds of obstacle to your career. And so always be happy, be great, be eligible, and be expert, and be efficient on your professional lives, in your professional life, on your business is most easiest by following the some necessary steps and step by steps. And thank you very much everybody. Hi every guys, and every viewer, and always I expect all the best of you, and go ahead and go forward following the every necessary steps, and by your practicing in your practical lives, and you will be succeed at a time, and no worry, and there is no getting fear, there is no to be scared, there is no problem in our lives. Always we are happy, always we are expert, always we are the best for this language, and always we are the so perfect for this language by depending on our practice and regular lives, by depending on our most important procedure, and what procedure all we needs to practice, and we needs to implement in our practical life. So be the all the best of you. Thank you everybody. Next, see you again.